I don't remember if I updated my chart or not. But anyways, hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part, I'm going to say 47 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. This is a very special day. Yesterday started the 10th anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV, since Realm Reborn. So, we're going to go ahead and do those events. Uh-oh. Am I still in? I think I'm still in. God damn it. I really wish it would stop doing that. I have pretty much kept myself in the dark for this entire event, just so you can catch my wonderment and at the event's conclusion. Oh, and the playthrough as well. I did do a little bit of the Moogle Tombstone event, which is also going on right now. I've got about 100 tombstones in on my main character. Probably won't do any on this character, though. Fireworks, yay! We'll just see how fast I could generate tombstones on my main. Without further ado, let's get started. We're going ahead and do the Rising event, and then we'll get back to Hildy. Apparently, you can get, what was it? Oh, with the mount. There's a few interesting things that I've been hearing about it, and I really want it. I wanted to go grab it yesterday so badly, unfortunately. I wanted to keep it as fresh as possible, so... Oh no, where do I go to get to the event? It's supposed to be an Ul'dah, isn't it? Better be an Ul'dah. I could have sworn that's where all the Rising events start at. Oh well. We'll figure it out somehow. If I have to Google it, I'll Google it. Just waiting for the download. There we go. Siblings Rising? I'm assuming that's what it is. I thought it would have a special thing on it. Oh, Jesus, yeah, it's right here. Oh, it did have a special... Oh, no, that's the Moogle. That's the Moogle theater. Siblings Rising. Oh, that music. I always get goosebumps from it. You're an adventurer by the looks of you. Perhaps you could assist me. I'm Kipit Jakya, reporter for Gridania's leading tabloid, The Raven, and I'm in need of help. Pray hear me out. You see, my brother recently wrote saying that he wished to meet me in Ul'dah during the Rising celebration. However, the appointed hour has come and gone, but I've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I've checked all the likely places in the city to no avail. And I'm beginning to worry. Isn't too much trouble, may I ask that you to help me find him? Well, look, I find people all the time. I hope it doesn't keep doing that. I'm in your debt. Now, my brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Nagi. He recently became an adventurer, something he had aspired to since he was little. Being an adventurer yourself, perhaps you know of him, if not cross paths. Yeah, I might have messed with him on my main, but on this character, I don't think I've run by him. Well, it'd be too much of a coincidence, I suppose. At any rate, if he isn't in the city, chances are he went outside on some business. To begin with, I propose we split up and make inquiries in case someone has seen him. If you could focus on this area, I shall speak with those in the quicksand. Afterwards, let us reconvene by the entrance to the tavern. Alright, Godspeed. Let's go ahead and do this. Does someone have a friggin' Ragnarok pet? What? Greetings, adventurer. How may I assist you? Oh, Nagi, I understand he is doing some work for the Wandering Minstrel. Dare say his client can point you in the right direction, if you can track the man down, that is. I'm afraid I don't know his whereabouts at present. I'm kind of spoiling things about the future by saying Ragnarok, but I just happened to see the pet, and I didn't even know that that was possible to get right now. I have to figure that out. Something you need. Oh, Nagi. I know that sprightly lad. Couldn't say where he is now, but last I saw him, he mentioned taking on some delivery work. He's a curious one, he is. Gets along with everyone well enough, but doesn't seem to like working in a team. Well, with talk of bandits prowling the road of late, I can't help but worry. Yeah. They do a really good idea of playing this song on the Rising. A very riveting song. If you guys have not heard that song before, I recommend that you actually go listen to it. It is amazing. Watch the video too with it. It's crack on. Something I do for you, adventurer. If you business with Brand, best state it quickly. This guy's leads to follow and incidents to investigate for the Harbor Herald. I see, with apologies I haven't seen this Nagi. As a matter of fact, I've been rather busy working on my upcoming piece on the Rising. Why, just earlier I was interviewing the ever enigmatic Wandering Minstrel, who's got another unusual adventure in the offing. Letter Force, he calls it. If that piques your interest, I recommend you go and see the man. He's at the Gold Court over on the steps of Sal. Appears Nagi is carrying out some work for the Wandering Minstrel. If you talk to the man at the Gold Court, you should be able to learn more. Well, it shouldn't be anything too bad. Yeah, I love that. The one in the guild is like, rise and grind. Gold Court. Well, I'm gonna go try and find the nearest accredited, and I'm just gonna go ahead and port. Oh yeah, we have to fight Gilgi. Greg. Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Since he summoned Enkidu as a primal. That's gonna be an interesting fight. Ah, there's the Gold Court. So we'll port here. My good old haunt, the Gladiators Guild. Moving forward, I will be championing the cause of the warrior, though, because I have found the brokenness of the warrior to be to my taste. I like to run solo, and what better way than to heal while causing damage? Hi, Yoshi. Greetings, friend. By your dauntless bearing, I assume you are an adventurer. How might this minstrel be of service? So Nagi's sister wishes to find him. Indeed. I have entrusted him with the task and have an inkling as to where he might be. As you may have heard, on the occasion of this Rising celebration, I am hosting an exhibit called the Letter Forest. All are invited to anonymously submit letters to this forest and express their gratitude and encouragement for another, and all may peruse the letters at their leisure. Now, in order to collect missives from outside of Ul'dah, I've dispatched a chocobo carriage. Nagi is escorting said carriage. When he contacted me on Link Pearl a while ago, he said that they had emerged from the Twelveswood on their way back to Ul'dah. Given the hour, they should have already arrived. I know not what is causing the delay, but might trouble you to look for them. I would go myself, except I am needed here at the present. I'm truly grateful. In case it helps, the carriage was meant to pass through Blackbrush Station, so perhaps you could take your search to that area. Pray that nothing has befallen them. Did they get accosted by red bellies? Blackbrush Station. There we go. You know what? It's not even really worth porting. If it's central, I could just fly over there. It's not that far of a fly, especially with flight speed being as fast as it is. pretty soon I'll be replacing pretty much all of my mounts. It'll be either the one mount I get from this, or the mount that I was given, or given to by a random player, or my handy companion Lefty. Oh, I thought I saw an S rank for a second, or an A rank. Black Breast Station. Oh, you son of a bitch. I gotta go back to the quicksand first? Lesson learned, folks. Always read your quest. Oh, I made such a goof of myself. I do that occasionally. I get ahead of myself, start jumping ahead. I think it's just a short jump back. Yay. Of course, once I get back into the swing of the storyline and we get into Heavensward, I will have to wait until I collect all of the Aether, what was it? The Aether Wind? I think is what it's called. Aether Current, something along that line. Basically, you have to find these things with a compass, or do certain quests that will award you the current. I think they're called Aether Currents, actually. And then once you get enough in the zone, you can fly in the zone again. That's going to happen for each subsequent X-Pack. Alright. There you are. Were you able to learn out of Nagi? Escorting a carriage for the minstrels, so that is the way of it. As suggested, let us take ourselves to Blackbreast Station and try searching in the vicinity. Now I can run over there. Go ahead and put my tank stance on, even though I technically don't need it. I was kind of hoping that people would hop on and talk to me, but unfortunately, all the people that I messaged, no one got on. Guess y'all gotta see this later. I'll be jibber-jabbering to myself and the people in the future. Hopefully the mount will keep me company. What are the odds that I actually got the same mount again? I swear I have this on rando. I forgot Lefty at home! Hero, no sooner did I arrive than this man came running out of breath. You're an adventurer, thank the 12. It's the bandits from the Quiver and Mance. They've fallen on a chocobo carriage over by the clutch. The carriage only had one guard and he was sorely outnumbered. Please, you must help him. Has to be Nagi. With me, hero. Oh, it was the Quiverins. I thought it would be the Red Bellies. Ooh, I like this song. Oh, Nagi. Yeah, I met him on my main. Damn it, there's no end to them. We have you now, you stubborn little shite. Not anymore. I'm about to rock your world. Enough! Leave my little brother alone, or 12 as my witness shall receive such a thrashing as you've never known. Thanks for breaking the, the surprise element. From this fearsome adventurer here, that is. Grr. Am I not gonna fight at all? That's no ordinary man. Retreat! That's right. Better bugger off. He's got a friendship circlet on. You alright, Nagi? Sorry I didn't come when I said I would, sister. Rest assured I'm not too badly hurt. With relief, I'll take a proper look at your wounds back in the city. Seems you're an adventurer too. Thank you for your help. What's your name, if I may ask? You know who I am. Oh, remember it. To send your foes running without even drawing your weapon, you're clearly a great adventurer. I still have a long way to go embarrassing myself like I did. If I want Sister's approval, I need to grow stronger and be able to fight on my own. My approval. But first things first, Bremont and I have a delivery to make for the Rising. If you'll excuse us, we will hurry back to Ul'dah. Hey, Bremont, didn't even notice you were there. Let's head back as well. I had a mind to pay the minstrel a visit in any case. Haven't seen Bremont in a while. He's the guy that we woke up to at the very beginning of the game. And also, we were with when we got attacked by Ixal. For all of those you don't know, he is one of 3 triplet traitors. Basically, those NPCs are the ones you wake up to and chat up to at the very beginning of the game. They give you a big lowdown of whatever city that you start in. Bremont happens to be the one for Gridania. He wears yellow. Then there's the other 2 that start with B's. And one that wears red for Limsa, and the other wears blue for Ul'dah. Depending on what your starting class is. I hear someone's music going around through my headphones, which means it must be playing really loud, and I hope it's not being captured. Welcome back, my friends. Pleased am I to see that Nagi is safe and well. Rising attendants inform me they now have all the letters. With this, we may proceed with the letter forest as planned. Thank you, Nagi. So sorry I'm late, you see. Were it not for a hero, there's no telling what might have become of the letters in Bremont. In the end, I was utterly useless. But that is how it happened. As Nagi's client, allow me to thank you as well for coming to his aid. I didn't do anything, I just stood there. That being said, my boy, you were far from useless. Nay, you bravely defended the carriage until help arrived. There was no need to belittle yourself so. Well, technically, yeah, you did hold the line. Well, Hero didn't need to rely on anyone. No, he drove off the bandits with nary more than a stern look. Didn't hold a candle, though. Like him, I wanted to be able to deal with any problem without help. Otherwise, I can't claim to be an adventurer worth his salt. Not true. Without help. Tell me, Nagi, in all this time, have you been working alone, even for dangerous tasks? That's right. Worthy adventurer doesn't rely on others. If I'm to be the kind of adventurer you approve of, I must be able to handle anything by myself. I see. That is what you believe, then I can't consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Return to our village and start over. What? But you were so happy for me when I became an adventurer. I'm working so hard to succeed to prove to you that I have what it takes, but now... You developed a grave misconception. Do you recognize what it is? I can't go in good conscience approve of your calling. That's fine, lowbrow. How you doing? Besides passing out. If you can't accept this if you wish to remain an adventurer, then you must win me over, and it begins with pondering why you first embarked upon this path. Alright, sister. I'll think on this. I'm in the middle of doing, fine, can't wait to be off on Wednesday. Yeah, I hear you. I got 2 doubles back to back starting tomorrow, and one on Wednesday, and then I think my next day off will be Friday. And then it's got me on a double on Wednesday, and I'm doing a new position all day. It's going to be like a 12-hour shift of new stuff, and I'm just going to be a mess when I get home. Sorry you had to see that, Hero. Despite how it may have appeared, No one wants my brother to succeed more than I do. To succeed and be happy, after all, I know better than any how hard he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he is like to die somewhere out there. And even if he manages to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why I didn't go out of my way to be gentle when dressing his wounds. If he could just focus on what actually matters instead, he obsesses about gaining my approval and compares himself to others. What drives us? Eee! Rising Phoenix Whistle. Nemea Potpourri, huh? Truth be told, no matter what Nagi wants to do, it is my intent to support him. It's his life, after all, no one else's. It's my place. Isn't in my place to interfere. Yeah, you should have told them that you have only these set availabilities, period. Even if the ball is in their court, because they're still going to try and walk all over you, little bro. Be that as it may, if he is sabotaging his own aspirations with his obsession for my approval, I can't simply stand idly by and watch. Loath though I am to impose, until my brother has found his answer, might I trouble you to keep an eye on him? Yeah, sure, I'll keep an eye on the tyke. Please take it as a request from me as well. Ever has adventuring been dangerous, and it is more dangerous still for one who spurns help. Like Kippe, I do not wish for Nagi to continue on his current path. As a fellow adventurer, please help him find a better way. Sure. Thank you. Now then, on a related matter, I must pay a visit to the Weavers Guild, but I will see you again anon, if you'll excuse me. Nagi set off this way, so you may find him at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. We leave him in your capable hands, my friend. Gonna cut a left over here. Hey, we're at the Beggar Lane, which is the Sapphire well, this is Pearl Lane. That's the Beggar area. I can't hear anything. Yeah, let's see how well that goes. Oh, it's you, Hero. What is it? That's so. I'm sorry. This is really something I should be doing alone. Still, it's nice to have someone to talk to. Like my sister bade me, I'm pondering why I chose to become an adventurer in the first place. Kippe was looking after me since I was no more than 10 after our parents passed away. She was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From her, I heard tales about adventurers and came to admire them. Upon learning of the full extent of the impending calamity, she took us to a village in the mountains where our aunt lived. Desperate times like these that people need stories of hope, she used to say, and I believe she had wanted to remain in Gridania and continue her work, but she left in order to keep me safe. I was a burden to her then, I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I don't need to depend on others, that I'm a capable adventurer who can handle anything by himself. I hear you, little bro. Well, just clock out right when you're supposed to go. Technically, you're not supposed to be forced to do overtime. Ponder as I might, I can't understand what's wrong with that. Well, when in doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do and gather information. It would be good, I think, to speak of people like my sister, people who aren't adventurers, but are familiar with them. Who in Ul'dah would fit that description? To the Adventurers Guild. Of course, who else but Miss Momodi? In her capacity as guild representative, she's bound to have some valuable insights. I'll seek her out at once. Alright, we're going to the quicksand. You know, I still get turned around in Ul'dah and in Lemza. It's because I just don't run around those towns too much. I kind of don't like the setup of them. Gridania has and always will be my town. Even though I may end up moving my FC housing to the Mist. I still remember when I first came here to sign up. I was a nervous wreck then, but now this place feels like a second home, and I come all the time for crumpets. They make me so springy and serve them drowning in butter and honey. Sorry, now isn't the time for that. Come, let's have a chat with Miss Momodi. Yeah, right. Star Wars reference. Well now, if it isn't Hiro Nagi, to what do I owe the pleasure of both your companies today? I was hoping to get your advice on a certain matter. Misconception you've developed about being an adventurer. That's an interesting one, I have to admit. Try as I might to figure it out, I keep going around in circles. Now you might be able to offer some insights. It's just a gut feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister's trying to say. Tell me, Nagi, suppose you failed to get your sister's approval. Would you simply give up being an adventurer? Would it all become meaningless? From this here counter, I've indeed seen off many an adventurer. Each and every one is unique, with dreams and destinations all their own. But in spite of their differences, they all share something in common, a reason for first embarking upon their journey. Hiro, would you mind telling us why you chose the adventure in life? Oh, I gotta pick again? It's a secret. Do I do that? That would be such an asshole choice. Oh, yeah. I wanted to see the world. I wasn't recommended this game. Lalafell Master Race? Potato Race. Heh. How very like you. Keep that reason close to your heart now, you hear? And you, Nagi, what inspired you to become an adventurer? Simple, really. I heard about adventurers from my sister and became infatuated with the lives they led. Like them, I wanted to be able to see the world while helping those in need. And isn't that enough? Your sister's approval or no, you have a reason all your own. Not technically the reason why she's, telling you to shove off. By the 12, I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself to Kippa had displaced my own motive for being an adventurer. No, you were also trying to do it alone. God damn it. That's the misconception Kippa wanted me to recognize. What a fool I've been. You're still a fool! Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in and of itself, mind, but it's got nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. It shouldn't force you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do, like trying to handle everything alone. Well, that's enough from me today. I've said my piece. What you do now is up to you, Nagi. Thank you for helping me realize, Miss Momodi. Think nothing of it. It's my job to watch over you all. Nothing makes me happier than to see you happy, doing what you do. Right. You can dress up as a Moogle, though, as a Lalafell. Actually, I have a Lalafell, alt right now, and she's dressed up as a Tomberry. And her name is Loaded Popito. It's gonna be my DJ. Thank you too, Hero, for accompanying me. I think I know what to say to Kippa now. And though I am to trouble you again, there's something else I'd like your help with. You see, of the letters we collected in Limsa Laminza, one was from an explorer who was seeking an escort for an expedition. By now, that letter should be on display at the Gold Court. I want to show it to my sister, and I'd be grateful if you could help me find it. Come, let's rejoin the minstrel. And there you go, hunting for a piece of paper. Cool. I just want to hurry up and get to my mount. I'm just gonna burn my sprint out. Master Don, yeah. Don Barry. Gladiators Guild. Unfortunately, the Tomberry costume was for an event that passed, so you can't get it anymore. They'll probably put it up on the Real Money Shop eventually, if they haven't done it already. Welcome back, dear. I hope you were able to find the answer. Yes, I'm happy to say, Miss Momodi helped me to come to a realization. And when I go to speak with my sister... I see. By all means, feel free to borrow the letter. Does it have any distinguishing characteristics? As I recall, there was a large drawing of a blue chocobo on it. Very well. Let us all search together, the more swiftly to find it. I'm gonna say 10. Because it was probably one of those arena bosses where you, like, mutate the monsters or whatever. Is it this one? Dear not-so-new adventurer, as a traveling merchant, I've had my fair share of happy encounters, but sharing a carriage with you stands out above them all. For you see, I went on to sell veritable crate loads of the ring I gave you, and turned enough of a profit to buy my own carriage. You share with me your adventurer's luck, and I count my blessings every day. My only regret is that I neglected to ask you your name, so I don't know your doings. If my instincts are on the mark, though, you've surely made a name for yourself. Wherever you are now, my friend, I pray for your continued safety and success. While the contents ring a bell, this letter wasn't written by an explorer, nor does it bear a drawing of a blue chocobo. It isn't the missive Nagi's looking for. That's basically the merchant talking. Wait. Are there more places? Oh, okay. I want to read all these. This one's got a quill drawing. Esteemed adventurer, should you chance to read this letter, I pray it finds you well. Much time has passed since you helped us to rebuild in the wake of the terrible disaster, but we still remember you most fondly. Our lives continue to be hard, and every day brings new challenges. Nonetheless, we have regained the semblance of what we once had, and smiles are beginning to return to faces. Tomorrow will be a brighter than today. This we dare to believe now, thanks to you. Should you yourself face hardship, I pray that you believe the same. The contents are, yeah. I wonder if you played all the way to the end. I wonder if all of these have, like, different writings on them from different characters you met. That one doesn't remind me of anyone per se, the second one, but that first one reminds me of the merchant you first run into. The only weakness? No, it's escort missions. They suck the most. Dear adventurer, how fares your journey? Mine continues, and I wake up to the sound of birdsong and lie down to sleep beneath the moonlight as I seek unblazed trails. Long ago, when an adventurer aided me, I was made to realize how alike we are. Deep down, we are simply travelers who thrill to make new discoveries. Thus do I write this letter now, in hopes of recruiting such like-minded souls to join me on an expedition. If you would all share in my desire to make the uncharted charted, then I invite you to seek me out at the Drowning Wench in Limbs of Lamenza. Eagerly do I await your coming. Letter recruiting adventurers bears a drawing of a blue chocobo. It must be the missive Nog he's looking for. No luck over here so far. How about you? Yeah, there's your missive, bro. Blue chocobo, yes, this is the one. All that's left then is to talk to Kippa. Do you know where she is? Oh. She went to the Weaver. Oh, yeah. She did go. So much for me remembering that little tidbit of information. She went to the Weavers Guild saying that she had business there. Perhaps she's buying clothes. At any rate, I'll look for her there. Thank you. For this, too, might I trouble you to accompany Nagi. Afterwards, I ask that you tell me how events unfold. I shall await you at the Ruby Road Exchange. I'll try to remember that this time. Weaver's Guild is south. Yeah. East. Run! I'll have to double check when I actually play this on my main to see if there's more than those few scripts, and I'd be kind of disappointed if it's only those, though. You're here too, Hero? I must confess, I'm feeling rather nervous, so I appreciate your presence. I wish I'd gotten my lemonade. I'll just settle for water. Oh dear, you came to find me. My apologies for taking so long. So Nagi, were you able to find the answer? Aye, to begin with, I want you to look at this. An explorer is assembling an escort for an expedition. Certainly sounds exciting. In wanting your approval, I was determined not to rely on others, but a part of me dearly wanted to be part of the expedition, to go where I dare not set foot alone. So I've decided that I will answer the invitation. Then, this means you've given up on trying to do everything alone. I had wanted to prove to you that I'm capable, that I'm no longer a burden, and in my obsession I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. Which is kind of sad considering I do a lot of my own gaming alone. Especially in this game. I usually just run and do stuff solo on sync and just blast through it instead of going through it regularly. See what lies beyond the horizon and lend a helping hand to those I meet. That's what drives me, and I was able to remember this thanks to Miss Momodi and Hero. And whether or not you approve, I want to continue adventuring for my own reasons. Is that alright with you? And you just say you didn't need my approval? But to be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. You remember what you once told me, Nagi, shortly before the calamity struck? Kinda, yeah. I don't react very quickly as I used to anymore. I'm getting older, so a lot of these boss fights, it's like, bow, 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 and then I'm dead by the second bow. So, needless to say, I ran through, there's a raid in Endwalker. It's split into 3 parts, and each part is 4, like, circles. I got to, I think it was the 11th circle. 11th circle and 12th circle, I got rocked hard. Especially the 12th one. I was constantly eating dirt. I felt real bad. But we managed to not wipe. Well, we wiped once on the 12th circle, but after that we got it done. But Jesus, did I die a lot. Whew. I've had to burn a lot of mana keeping me up. That's part of the reason why I like to solo the stuff, so I'm not, like, screwing up. Did you interview adventurers again today? What were they like? What kind of places have they been to? You never get sick of hearing about adventurers, do you? Never ever. When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer too. You look like a girl, Nagi, when you were younger. Well, that's as fine an aspiration as any, but do you know what kind of adventurer you wish to become? A hero like in the tales, perhaps? Oh no, sister, not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits, and I want to be the freest spirit of all. Oh yes, I'll travel the world and meet lots of people, and when I visit home, you can interview me as much as you like. No, unless people are being extremely stupid, like, they understand that they're undergeared or whatnot, and they still continue to try to wall-to-wall pull, and just keep dying because they're just not geared enough. Or they're not experienced enough with their abilities. Then I'll give them a good chewing. For that boy to spurn help for want of my approval, I couldn't bear to see it, and in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little sternly. As an adventurer, you'll experience no small amount of hardships, but you chose your path because you wanted to be free. So don't let yourself be shackled by expectation, be it your own or that of others, and instead take things as they come. You need to change your hairdo, bro. As long as you are true to yourself and recognize your limits, you'll surely find a way forward. And remember, not even heroes can accomplish everything alone. That's the point! Relying on others doesn't make you a lesser adventurer. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence and beauty of adventuring. Wouldn't you agree, hero? Yeah. Understood, Kippa. I won't ever forget this. Knowing you, I expect you're raring to answer the explorer's petition in Limsa Menza. You'll be taking an airship, yes? In which case, I shall give these garments to you now. I had made them for you, thinking it was past time you had something better. Oh, shit. Yeah, I was about to say he needed a wardrobe change. Me, thank you so much, sister. And they made him a pugilist. Out of any of the classes he could have been, he had to be a fisticuff. Must thank you too, hero. You're the kind of adventurer I admire, and I'll keep on working hard to be like you. Couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my little brother. I appreciate everything you've done for him, and look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we take our leave of you. Till next time. See the siblings off, safe in the knowledge that all will be well. The time to rejoin the wandering minstrel and relate to him the tale's happy conclusion. Now, I will say this: if I notice that I am a problem in a raid group, I am more than happy to drop group and make room for someone else that can help out finishing it. I'm not going to sit there and be I'm not going to be supremely selfish and tell people, like, oh no, I'm going to sit around and stick it out, kind of thing. Because that just ends the raid. Makes it not fun. And a lot of raids, once you get to the end game, they really need every person to do at least some bit of part. That's another reason why I do. Usually when I do new content, I just stick to DPS. DPS, yeah, their damage dealing is a crucial endeavor, but like, if I'm a healer or a tank and I'm constantly dying, yeah, that makes things a lot worse. Oh yeah, he's all the way over here. Ultimates? What do you mean? Welcome back, my friend. Judging by your expression, I take it all is well with Nagi and Kippa. I see. Pleased am I to hear that. When we first set out on our journeys, 'tis usually for the simplest of reasons. Yet as we make our way, those reasons may become lost in a haze of motives, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. At such a time, if we can but remember what prompted us to take our first step, we will always find the strength to take the next. Nagi shall be fine, I am certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on it. They technically don't have ultimate... Oh, wait, oh. Are you talking about the newest Unreal like skins, or are you just talking about Ultimate Weapons period? because they technically don't have ultimate weapons. They have relic weapons for each X-Pack that you can eventually get, you can get skins of. They do have very special weapons that you can get for doing Unreal dungeons, which I probably will never do because of the fact that you can't sync them, and they are extremely difficult. You really have to P and Q that really badly, and I'm not very good at that, so I'll admit that's probably my limit right there. I'll probably never ever have those weapons. I'll try it eventually if I can find some friends that, are willing to put up with my derpness sometimes, but I don't have very high hopes of actually doing that content. I have it unlocked on my main, but I'm probably not going to do it. We'll see. Definitely won't be live streaming it unless I'm with my guild or something, because just finding a group for that's going to be hectic. It's going to be pure chaos. It'd be also a lot of prep work. I mean, I'm gonna unlock Blue Mage once I get to it. I think I can unlock it now, actually. I think it's in Limsa. But I'm probably not gonna be running around with a Morble mount, if that's what you're talking about. But I could try deep dungeons eventually. I might be able to unlock Palace of the Dead. It's the first deep dungeon, and the next one's Heaven on High. That doesn't unlock until Stormblood, though. I mean, I could try it. We'll see. I don't know yet. I'll have to look into it. Blue Mage is going to be a bit of a fun thing to level, though. Ugh. In such a time, if we can but remember what prompted us to take our first step, we will always find the strength to take the next. Nagi shall be fine, I am certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on him. Well, I already read that. These events have inspired a new verse in me, a verse about the dreams of those who seek new worlds and the hopes of those who have set them off. Blang. Oh no, the white note. I didn't know that. Oh, I'm on an airship this time? And no one's steering. You better grab the wheel. Don't just stand there, grab the fucking wheel. Get a derelict airship. You don't know where you're going. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps or perhaps not. Yeah, the Mortal Mount is extremely rare due to the fact that you have to do a bunch of raids synced with nothing but blue mages. It's a lot of coordination. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida. Yoshi P! And I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. 10 years have now passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, since we set forth upon this journey. Countless things have happened during that time, and I've had the pleasure of meeting many an adventurer along the way. If truth be told, it hasn't always been easy. There are moments when I wonder why I must struggle so, days when I'm tempted to cast it all aside. But in spite of this, I always manage to carry on, and it is thanks to my wonderful comrades and to you, our esteemed adventurers. By now, I must have been regaled with tens of thousands of your tales. You usually share them with a smile, but even when it is with a frown, you tell me that you are still enjoying yourself. It is no exaggeration to say that I derive all my driving force from you all. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Ours is an unending journey, and nothing would make me happier than if we could keep walking it together. As you make your way, we promise that we will ever be at your side, watching you step for step. Now the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Much time has passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Countless souls have made this place their home. Every single one has left an indelible mark upon it. Ah. Oh, it looks just like the boss fight. Ooh, I like... Together we have built this world, and it is our sincerest hope that we shall continue to do so for many years to come. I bet. So please be safe and well. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Now, there's some things with the Blue Mage that you do that can be that can make things extremely easy, because Blue Mage can be very broken. That's why it is a limited class. You can't just queue as Blue Mage and just do dungeons, because it's just so overpowered. I dare say Nagi's aboard the airship by now. I pray that he and Kippa will find happiness upon their respective paths. I didn't get to see the new uniform? What a cop-out. I hope you do so as well, my friend. If you would lend me an ear, I would dedicate these verses to your future. Oh, cool. I actually got to see them. Oh, I want the chest piece. That actually looks kind of cool. I've already had the boots. By morning light, the journey starts, a trill of hope within our hearts. On westerly wind to river song, into the world where we belong. Sorry, I don't sing. Above fields of white and azure sky, sunset storm of crimson fire. Jewels a-glitter on pitch-black veil, a new day dawns, so goes the tale. By eternal wind we carry on, boldly towards the golden morn, with memories as a guiding star, shining our steps both near and far. Where you will go, whom you will meet, what you will see, there is no telling what the future holds for anyone. You come what may, I bid you never forget this. The bonds you forge, the memories you make, and the footprints you leave behind, they shall one day spur you forward. Pray continue walking your own path. Wherever your journey leads, I shall be praying for your happiness. I'm also not very good with min-maxing, by the way, your little brother. And an air firework hits the airship and it goes poof. Bye-bye, adventurer. Sorry, I'm being morbid. With memories shared yet all our own, as one we brave frontiers unknown, thank you for 10 years. Yeah. I have an idea for kind of like a Robin Hood costume. You have access to the letter forest at the Gold Court. Speak with the tender station there to read the letters. Additionally, you have also unlocked the Koopa Koopa Adventure minigame on the Steps of Dawn. Speak with Nonarua at the Ruby Road Exchange to play. This, along with other minigames, may also be played by opening the toy chest in any inn room. Or in your house if you have the toy chest. A Decade of Adventure. Did I get a title? Come on. Wow, really? Oh, okay, so too much to ask for an extra title, but you get so many of those, it's kind of meh, anyways. That's the real bread and butter right there. Ah. It does have an emote! Oh, we are so gonna go play with this right now. I got a new toy. Camp Mountain Town. Well, when you're in the big hub cities, you can, I mean. If they're small towns, you can. Oh, you do morph into it, yes! Oh, you don't... Okay. I was told that you die and then you come back, but... That's not bad, I'll take it. Alright, yeah, I'll take it. I like it. Best mount ever. I never got the Ashes of Alara on WoW. Got it on Final Fantasy. Hell fucking yeah. Boom, baby! Oh, I'm having too much fun with that. Alright, so... we need to do... Battle in the Big Keep? Yes. Might not get it due to the fact that it's not a Moogle Tombstone event item, or dropper, but... oh yeah, just so you guys know, if it has that little symbol next to it, the little 10, that's one spot where you get Tombstones. See, that one gives you 6. If I were running the Tombstone event, though, since I'm only in a Realm Reborn, I'd probably do Praetorium because that drops 14. Although I did hear Castor Meridianum is shorter and it has 8 for the rewards, so apparently that's better bang for the buck. But my money's on Praetorium, mainly for the fact that you can AFK for quite a bit of it. Due to the unskippable cutscenes. Woo! Quick pop. Me likey. And my guys are getting done with their adventures. So when I get back to town, I can go ahead and pop that stuff up. Oh, I miss a Cassie pop. Oh well. Yeah. The emote wasn't exactly what I thought I heard was, but Yoshi, you and everyone did very good with that mount. At long last, we meet again on the battlefield, and Erse and Kido shall come to enjoy our tussles as much as I. You, however, might not find this one so enjoyable, unless you enjoy getting pounded senseless, haha! I got Gilgi. Ah, screw it, I'll get both of them. Hey, get back here, you little bitch. Yeah, I don't know what Enkidu is supposed to be from. I will admit I didn't play 5 all the way through, which is what the— oh, I got turned into a chicken. Stop being a chicken. Four more seconds and I could fight again. I got... oh, you're kidding me. I got chicken chained. I need a heal or I'm actually gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I probably could have popped some cooldowns. Oh, and Kita's dead. Me? Run away? Ha! I was but seeking out a more suitable... Well, I can't even read the whole thing. You guys can pause it and read it later on. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Yes, now he's got a bunch of arms. I'm tanking. I'm main tank. Gimme. I'm gonna be an asshole. I'll just completely rip threat. Ah! Run away. Ah! Oh, I got hit by that one. Oops. I goobied. No, he's not moving. Oh, now he's moving. Yeah, I am the aggro. I'm the one who tanks. Holy crap, holies, bro. I did not see where that was at. You know what? We're gonna do that. Ah! Ah, I got hit by that. Oh well. I think the healers are either being too busy healing other people or they might be too busy DPSing. I never try to let my tank get below half health. But then again, I'm also one for not having the healers be the heavy DPSers either. Yeah, I hear you. I was completely reading chat and did not see those circles pop. My bad. Good thing it's not an actual endgame content, otherwise I'd be dead a few times over already. Yeah, hit that limit break. Enough expository banter. Yeah, right? We choreographed perfectly. So freaking lame, kind of looking. Oh, wow, I like those dancer weapons in the background, though. I didn't. Oh, did I get the Enkidu pet? Yay! I got Enkidu, and all I had to do was sit and watch the friggin' cutscene. Yay! And I got the orchestrion role. I got 2 commendations out of that. I don't think there will be any Mystic Quest references for the most part, due to the fact that Mystic Quest is like the bane of Final Fantasy. Barely anyone likes Mystic Quest. I liked it because it was kind of my breakthrough to the Final Fantasy chain. It was pretty basic, but it was nice. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Green chicken. Ooh, excuse me, Wolf. That was kind of grody. Alright. Oh, Hildebrand's right here. I got my mount. I get turned into Phoenix, and I go whoosh. I got fiery farts. Wait a second. Okay? So I do turn into it. Okay, cool. Just making sure. What ho, hero? Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once, and we shall deliver the coup de grace together. Yeah, pretty much. That's a spicy wing. Yeah, it would be kind of cool. But yeah, like I said, they only really reference the mainstreams, and I mean, they don't even reference all the mainstreams. Like, I don't think I've really seen anyone referenced from like 7 or stuff like that. The only thing they really referenced was that you could get an armor set that looks like Cloud from Advent Children, and he has there's a hairstyle you can get of his if you went to a convention years ago or something like that. The battle has already been won. That is triumphant news indeed. Clearly, the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. And what's this you say? The treaty blade lies hidden somewhere in the nearby wood? Worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the forest again? True. Well, they kind of did that with 15 and 13. You actually got to interact with Lightning and Noctis. Got his name for a second. You actually get to interact with them, and you did fates with them and fought bosses, and then you could get loot. I missed those fates so badly. And loot. Hero, what news of the primal and the treaty blade? Remarkable. I knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hildebrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Such design, such craftsmanship, at once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I've found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of lost Silda. To think that they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. Just how did you come to know of these long-lost art relics? I almost said artifacts. There was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light, their 4 relics, and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power, or so the legend goes. What I wouldn't have given to see it, the ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. Just what sort of incantation is this? The ring cast open the doors of justice, the wise man whispers a verdict true, as Aima's virtue shines down from the heavens. Yeah. To complete the incantation, the warrior of light would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, blade in hand, I swear unto you. The legends differ as to what happens next, but I'll speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. I'm remembering this story now. Over here, friends, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. Oh my god, running with scissors. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade. And the real one is this time, I swear unto you. Yes, just like that, I swear unto you, then. No, it's even better than tripping and falling on it. My word, whatever is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildebrand isn't a warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No, the light. Someone stop it. I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. Better hang on to that sword, Hildy. Skyward ho! Team Rocket's blasting off again. Well, I dare say that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been much of use to us after all. Inspector, oh Inspector, wait for me! Dolls balls, Hilly. First you almost die at your poor mother's feet, and now you fly off to God's knows where without even giving her a kiss goodbye? Ho ho ho! It appears that a case of wanderlust has once again struck Hildebrand, as it has many a Manderville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes that you tire of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. So in the end, the Sylvan incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. Ha ha! Magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Belladia. It was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes is nothing short of a dream come true. Well, he bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the end, the bloody bastard. What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye. A curious scent wafting in on the winds from a far-flung land. Do I smell a case? worry not for me, my friends, for wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildebrand, shall be there, till we meet again. And I get all this. 5,000 gil, I get a pet, I get Hildebrand's stylized little duds, and I also get most gentlemanly emote. Is it gonna actually show it, even though I don't have it unlocked yet? Okay, so basically that's the end of A Realm Reborn for Hildebrand. So I won't be doing it anymore. Nice. That's all, folks. For now. Looks like I'll be going back to main story now. Getting back to brass tacks, as it were. I'll be there for you. Gentlemen! Okay, yeah, right. Where's that emote at? I'm gonna show it right fast. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright. Alright, I gotta figure out where I'm going with the main storyline. I got Corpse Groom. I don't feel like doing that one right now, though. Speak with Mon Breda. I'm going to... here. My new stream greeting? What's that? Oh, am I doing the most gentlemanly for my opening now? The emote. I love the color scheme. It is kind of a spoiler, though, because this is one of the raid bosses from Realm Reborn. Unfortunately, I don't remember that fight too much because I did it unsynced and completely blasted it. It is kind of sad, though, because this mount, the Phoenix, does play a very important role in side story. Technically, it is the one-end coils. It's, I think it's like the second to last turn. What? I never got your card. We'll play a few rounds. Oh, I got 2 of your 3 cards. Swap and order. Ooh. I got duplicates. The only way to get duplicate cards. Alright. Why don't you eat that then? I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna win. No, it's a draw. Fuck you. Ah. Oh, it's the same thing again. Now I win, bitch. Ah, it's the card I already have. Oh well. I tried. I want to get some of the story done. You guys don't want to be sitting there watching me play cards. By the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Yeah, I've been running around doing stuff. I can even turn into a phoenix now. I'm also called the Gentleman. Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dravanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough. I was only asking. Interesting. The road less traveled. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. Ah, but before that, you'd best pay a visit to Whiteburn Front and speak with Alphinaud. He's probably worried sick about you. That, or he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. Basically, we did an experimental porting, and she's making sure I don't have head trauma or any other problems from it. Boo-whoosh! I'm gonna do that occasionally from now on. I now have 2 bosses as mounts. Haha! Well, technically 3 if you count Behemoth. No flying in the house. Ah! Probably a good reason why there's no flying in the house. There he is, and none for the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. I like bits and pieces of Emmerich's armor, mainly the gloves. I would like the cloak if it wasn't for the fact that the spalders are on it. I need to turn off my mic again. Turn it back on. Sorry, people, give me 1 second. Sorry, my headset cut out again, and I couldn't hear anything, so I didn't know if people were able to hear me. And I got hiccups now too. Great. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning, but not too late to prevent further loss of life. An outcome worthy of celebration, and one for which we have a hero to thank. Yes, you're right, of course, Ceramric. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I got a flash flood warning? I didn't get one on my phone yet. I, for one, cannot have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's demise, or escape, not demise, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, minutes, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillamont, is the caravan ready? Supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortamp caravan. Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes, scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, and on a unrelated note, Hero, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. Took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Harshaphant? Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of them. Nope, I think even more of my buddy Harshaphant. Right. Don't curse it. I don't want power to go out. Sorry to fly and run. Or turn Phoenix inside of the kitchen area. It's also the original Realm Reborn intro music. Like the actual start screen music, which of course is the original Final Fantasy music just remastered. Yeah, fried chicken. Flying on. I became fried chicken and cooked everything else. Flash fried. Harshaphant, my buddy. What were you thinking, Hero? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway. And then, engaging the abomination in Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat! Fatality. Not yet, though. By the Fury, Hero, 'tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. Would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that's what truly matters. Let us move on. Saramek wished to have words with you and Master Alphinaud in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. La 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 la. Some of these words. Alphinaud's right there. Unfortunately, it would be kind of overkill to mount up for this little short jaunt, but I am overkill central. Reading, sir. I shall show you in at once. Yes. It'd be funny if, I sneeze and I turn into a phoenix. It's like, oops, sorry. It sometimes happens.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks.
Yes, it's actually voiced over, so I don't have to talk as much.
Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
Midgard-Zoma.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs.
Actually, instead of enemy skill, it's Blue Mage now.
You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies.
Take care, buddy. Say hi to Bug for me.
Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences.
If you need to go to bed, little bro, you can go to bed. You don't have to stick it out. You can always watch later or whatnot. It's up to you.
Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind?
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Alrighty, buddy. Have a nice night.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Trying to. We'll see. eyes unclouded. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Gartlian Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Or before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, hero. It is better that we continue this conversation in Mordona. I'm actually flying this way. Yay. Gotta be careful about doing that. Might melt some of that snow around here. Cause an avalanche. Whoopsie. I just can't help myself. Think there. Yep, I was right. Haha. Pardon my yawnage. Come on, anytime now. There we go. Where's the Rising Stones at? I keep forgetting. I think it's right here, actually. Don't mind me.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Master Louisoix's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
The reason royal. I mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard-Zormr. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Do you hear that? The commotion aside? Could you see if aught is amiss? Uh-oh. I wonder what the commotion is. Hero, it says well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Royal has escaped. It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Royal quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castra Meridianum, I'm sure of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilberg and the First are hot upon Royal's heels. Pray make haste for Camp Bluefog and join the hunt. Oh, he's right here. My thanks for coming, Scion. I've spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Royal walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Raban's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her, and so here we are. Royal must not be allowed to reach Castra Meridianum. Another bad spot to have fire, because this is ceruleum, which is highly flammable. It would be a shame if a spark went off. Oop. This wretch was with Royal. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own, the goddamn harpy. With me, Scion, we almost have her. There we go. It seems we're all tanks. There's no healers. There's no DPS either. I missed? How did I miss? It's right in front of me. Wait, how am I missing? I think my headset cut out again. Shit. I guess my stuff's getting too old. Crap basket. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not, but... Alright. Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, man. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. Saddens me to see you fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's-given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine that fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the flames. Here you tell it, one would think that you are the only person ever to have suffered. In case you have forgotten, Raban himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. Are we any different, then? 'Tis true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth, and 'tis true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, sold your comrades. Life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. Foreshadowing. But enough talk. You will return to Ul'dah to face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sort of business is finally at an end. My friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. I must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Ralban chose his.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Roban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
That's a rotten little Popato if I've ever seen one. Let us cling together. Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Raban, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friends. My thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Mephilia of all that has happened. I am aware that the antecedent held Royal in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends. There you go. The guy that I could play cards at. You wish to play cards? Now that's a skirmish I wouldn't mind joining. I may be rubbish with my knuckles, but I'm second to none with a deck in my hands. I've got 2 of the 4 cards. And it's Ascension. win. A narrow card. Damn it, I guess there's some truth to what they say about you adventurers being clever. Well, being clever can only get you so far. Next time you'll see what my deck is truly capable of. Yay, I have all of it now. Deck order. Oh, it's a level 50 weapon coffer, huh? Probably be best to open those up as a paladin to get 2 pieces of gear. Well, I made like 12,000 gil today.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much-needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with White Auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to Auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Hebrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, We believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Hydaelyn placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Hydaelyn did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white orosite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
Twould seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the orosite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident of the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the Isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
The plot gets deeper. Uh-oh. Elsewhere.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the Primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more Primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
Huh.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Huh, triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monetarist scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! One day I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
Full of rage, that one. Oh, how cute.
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now's not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped, but as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Rauban to preserve order, and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Roban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Those spoons over there seem kind of useless for the way they're placed. Dreams of Ice. Why can't I pick this up? Oh! So I actually have to do the hard modes of Bowl of Embers, Navel, and Howling Eye. Do I have those? I don't. Well, crap baskets. Well, looks like we'll be heading back home. I've already passed my 2-hour mark anyways, and I've got stuff I have to do, unfortunately. But it was good. We got the event done. Yay! We got some of the story done. Yay! We finished A Realm Reborn's Hildebrand quest hub. Yay! So, we're gonna go back to the house. Eventually I'm gonna have to start building up on that, but right now the house is pretty much for now. I don't have all the craftables that I want to be able to do for it. So, and I'm not gonna make them on my main and just send them over. That's just, I didn't try it. Part of the reason why I made a character on a different server is so I didn't have the ability to get help from my main. I wanted it to be kind of fresh, but I did cheese it a little bit for a few things, just so I could get a house and other stuff. Other than that, there's gonna be maybe one more cheese moment, and that'll be with me giving enough money over to this character to purchase a mansion. After that, I cut off all ties. The only time I will be sharing anything between the two characters will be when I give stuff over from my Livestream character to my main, which would be like vital resources. Oh, I would love to get some of those weapons. Or not weapons, but gear. Luckily, I got my 4 tokens for this week. I'll have to get 4 more tokens. I got 3 chest tokens and I got 1 ring, so I can get an accessory right now. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. Trying to decide on whether I should go the route of maximizing my warrior / tanks, or if I should just continue to boost red mage, which is what I've been using to actually run the dungeons. Probably be better off just upgrading the red mage, so that way, once I get there, it'll make it steadily easier for me to run it through, so that way I can get stuff for healing and tanking and my melee DPS and all other jazz. My multitude of other classes that are already maxed, and the other ones that are working towards getting maxed. I still need a lot of levels before maxing out though. Oh boy, do I need a lot. Maybe next time I go to Limsa, I'll unlock Blue Mage. Stick around with it for a little bit. I kind of really want to get A Realm Reborn knocked out though, because it's just been so long. I'm getting sidetracked with events and side story. Alright, let's go send everyone on their renewed, quick... I got Death's Fingers. Wind Crystal, really? And a Fire Crystal. Damn. And a Death's Fingers. Alright everyone, this has been part 47 of my live stream for Final Fantasy XIV. I hope y'all liked it. Those of y'all in the future, if you did like it, please give me a thumbs up and hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you can keep up with the content. Comment down below, tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please, and I will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later.